What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen, where we're cooking up the latest and greatest gaming news headlines. And who better to join me today than Aiden? Why don't you say what's up?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Sandwich, where we are so good because you can hold us in your hands.
Hold us in your hands, and with those same hands, you might want to drop a like on this video, subscribe to Game Sandwich, and join our community Discord, where we're talking about our games 24/7, 365. Now, speaking of 365, there's a lot of numbers being thrown around, one of them being 6, and no, it's not the devil numbers. It is the PlayStation 6, oddly enough, if you believe we're talking about next generation hardware in the middle of a massive gaming shitstorm, for lack of better words. But yeah, there's a rumor coming around that the next PS6 handheld version, according to Moore's Law, is dead. It's gonna be fully dockable like the Switch 2. Now, Aiden, I want to ask you up front, what do we think about this prospect for the PS6 handheld?
I mean, honestly, I would expect it to be dockable. If you're gonna make a handheld, I'd expect it to be dockable. I mean, the Switch 2 is dockable. You have like the Steam Deck, that one you can get a dock for it to be able to dock it to your TV. I don't know about the ROG Ally. I have no idea if that has a dock that you can buy, but I would assume that you can. That's gonna be like a little asterisk. I assume, but
Well, for
you know.
kind of reference, the one I have, you can get a cord and get it to HDMI to play on your TV. It's not like
Okay,
a
so
dock, but
there you go.
it's a cord.
But still.
Yeah.
So, like, in some way, shape, or form, I would imagine it would be able to connect to your TV so you can play it through your television. That way, you don't have to always use the small screen. It's just like, that's what I expect to be standard in every handheld device from now on. Unless they're like the size of like I don't know, like the DS or something like that, or like the PS Vita, stuff like that. Like those I don't ever, but I think we're past the day and age where a handle's going to be that small.
Yeah, like, I'm basically referencing the PlayStation Portal as for what this device could possibly be. Moore's Law is Dead also went on to talk about specs for the console, and if you're a tech person, you know what this means. I don't. I just see numbers, and I yap about the numbers. It will have 16 compute units of RDNA 5 at 1.20 gigahertz, and that's in handheld mode. When in docked, that speed jumps up to 1.65 gigahertz. There was also other rumors about other specs for this console, like it's fully backwards compatible with the PS5 and the PS4. 4 XZen G or 6C cores, M.2 SSD, haptic feedback vibration, 15 watts of something, some type of power, and much more. Now, another thing about this, apparently it's coming out in 2027 or early 2028. So, what do we think about? I know the haptic feedback is whatever. That I just assume that's part of PlayStation. I want to talk about backwards compatibility, which is something that PlayStation, in my opinion, they're not the best in because the PS3 was so difficult to kind of bring up to modern specs and modern consoles. It has to do with the engine or the something that they worked on, the core. There's like a specific term for it. But what do you think about it being fully backwards compatible with the PS4 and PS5?
It's about time that, PlayStation does that, really. I mean, I get the PS5 is backwards compatible. You can get some games on it. You can't get every game, but you can get like a large sum of the past PlayStation games on it. So I just imagine at some point people are going to want full backwards compatibility. They've already wanted it. So, I mean, really, for them to put backwards compatibility into it, I imagine that's just something that is like a no-brainer for them. It's going to help them sell, honestly. I mean, if they release it and say, "Oh man, it's not backwards compatible at all," people are going to be like, "What the hell? Why?"
Also, real quick, it was the cell processor. That's why the PS3 was so difficult to develop for. That was going to bother me if I didn't get it. Also, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments down below. I do think it's about time that PlayStation finally does something like this. A lot of people have been clamoring for a PlayStation handheld that's not this streaming device, this streaming apparatus. They've done a good job making the Portal a cloud streaming device where it's like you don't need to turn on your console. It's not fully tethered. You can go around your house. but I'm talking about native games. I think that's the big selling point for a handheld console in 2025. You want to be able to just download your games on the thing, go outside for a walk if you're a true gamer, and game while you walk outside and you touch the grass. But yeah, I think this is the bare minimum. This console should be backwards compatible with the PS4 and PS5. That's a set of games, or a library of games, that you really can't afford to leave behind. There's plenty of great games there, like Spider-Man, like God of War, Ratchet and Clank, Ghost of Yotai, all that stuff. Being portable, I mean, this is it. Like, this would be a big game changer.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly will. I mean, I assume specifically the ROG Ally, the Xbox One. I assume that one's going to have backwards compatibility, so
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation's going to need to keep up with that in order to be able to at least stay in the same ballpark as Xbox, Microsoft, so really, like I said, it's a no-brainer. They're going to have it. I'm excited for that. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, the prospect of a handheld is just something that I really enjoy because I like to be able to take my consoles on the go. I
Mm-hmm.
like to be able to go to a coffee shop, be able to sit down and just play a game.
Yep.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's not a lot to ask here.
No, it's not. We're at the age where uh, things like the Steam Deck, like the ROG Ally, like the Switch 2, they exist. They run these big AAA games, and there is another rumor that the Steam Deck 2 might be planned for 2028. It looks like, for all intents and purposes, 2028 is when we should expect more handhelds coming from these big console makers. And that's even pegging Xbox in that little window, too. Even though they are just coming out with this Xbox ROG Ally, the rumor of their native handheld is also kind of swirling, in that it was canceled or it was pushed back because they want to develop this and make it proper. But, like, 2028 to me, at least for the next generation of consoles and the next gen, like, moving forward, I think that's where it's at. 2028, let's go. Bring me the Xbox 720. I need it. I need it right now.
You heard it, folks. He needs it. He needs it right this second. But no, I mean 2028 is definitely 2027, 2028, that's definitely when we're going to expect the new generation consoles in general. So really now my big question is everything going to be handheld at that point? Are they going to make an actual PlayStation 6 console, at home one, or is it only going to be handheld at that point? That's what I'm curious, because I don't personally, I kind of want them to do both, but at the same time I'd rather them just if there's a choice between the two, I'd rather them just do a handheld.
It's so weird, and it's like, do I think they're just going to abandon that, like, typical home console that you just plug in, it works? No, because, like, they make demanding games, and I don't personally think, maybe technology advances by then, that it could run something like that. Let's just say the next big God of War game, or I don't know, shoot, pick a name out of a hat for a PlayStation IP, The Last of Us Part 3. I don't know. That just sounds right. But, like, I think if they're gonna go the route of doing, like, all right, here is the PlayStation 6 native console, and then instead of doing, like, a cheap, like, half-assed, like, digital version, do the handheld. Like, do the, like, disc version like you're doing, and then just give out the handheld. Like, that is the big thing, like what you were saying, where you want to go to a coffee shop and like play your games. You got to meet gamers where they are. And I think the more we move up in time, the more people are just they want to go on the go. They want to take these games, these big AAA games, with them. I mean, I took the ROG Ally to PAX this past year, and I can't tell you how big of an experience that was to just have my Xbox games. I was playing Clair Obscur. I was enjoying the fact that I was in the airport, just like passing time playing my game with cloud saves. I can come home and continue my story. Like, that was big for me. And even with the Switch 2 now, I'm playing Pokemon, I'm playing The Legend of Zelda, I'm taking those games, and like, I can afford to sit on the couch and play them. It's just, you gotta meet the gamers where there are.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of people also have children. A lot
Yes.
of people also have also just have partners that they want to spend time with as well. You know? So that's another reason why I like the handheld stuff.
Yes.
If I'm tethered to my desk all day, or if like I'm tethered to like a console all day because I'm doing something like work wise or anything like that, then I'm married. I would like to go spend time with my wife. So it's like simple. Hey, there you go.
Yep.
I can just go sit on the couch, chill with her while she watches a show or something. And then there we go. I got a handheld.
Now, I'm just gonna call my shot here, because, normally when I say things on YouTube, people doubt me, and then they're like, oh, the story comes where it actually happens, and they're like, oh, like, yeah, whatever. I do think this generation of consoles, the PS6, it launches with the next Last of Us. I think that is all but a lock. I really do. Like, it's something about it just tells me, like, hey, launch title PS6, Last of Us, or that rumored Egyptian God of War. That would be killer too. I would love that.
Oh, guaranteed. It's going to end up launching with Last of Us Part 3 or the next God of War. It has to have some big title on it. Just like every time they release a new console, there's always some big launch title. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was like Horizon Zero Dawn, like the third one or whatever, not Zero Dawn or Forbidden West or whatever, but like Horizon Zero Dawn, like next Nemesis or something. I don't know.
Ooh, I like that title.
Whatever it is. So it's like, something big's gonna be on it. I personally, I'm not hoping for The Last of Us Part 3. I'm sick of it. I'm sorry, people.
Hey.
Hate me. I'm sick of The Last of Us.
Hey, I won't judge.
Like, so at this point, I'm just like, give me God of War or give me Horizon. One or the other. Preferably Horizon. I like the world of that better.
Real ones know what games I'm hoping for that next console. But if it's going to be as powerful as they claim, they don't need that much power to run Sly Cooper or Jak and Daxter. But I can dream. I can hope. I can pray. Maybe an Ape Escape? Oh, PlayStation, do something for me. Throw me a bone. Nintendo did it. Xbox did it. It's your time. I need something here. But do we have any final thoughts here about the PS6 handheld?
No, I mean, I don't have anything other than like, hopefully it is real. I want to see it.
Yes.
I think it would be awesome. And I think that they're going to need a handheld in order to compete in like the next generation. I personally do.
Part of me also, just real quick for design wise, don't make it a screen jammed between the controller handles. Like, innovate a little bit. Maybe just do the PSP form factor. That worked. That was nice. I don't know. It's just me. I'm being picky now. And then people are going to complain that I'm too picky for my video games. But hey, that is just me. But I do want to say right now, before we leave, if you're new here to Game Sandwich, drop a like on this video. Subscribe to this channel for more video game content just like this. But as of right now, I've been Kalo, joined by Aiden, and we'll see you guys next time.
I want to be held.
If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.